This is RadioOnFire.com. Yours truly, Dominic K. in here. Thank you for joining me. Of course, we're broadcasting from the Radio Fire studios here in Baltimore, Maryland. Put the number out there, 404-436-1277. Today, we're going to be talking about the controversy surrounding the death of Eazy-E. And I thought that this case, that we were behind on the other side of this case. But several members of Eazy-E's family are saying that he did not die of AIDS. And there's been a controversy about this and how he contracted it, if he had AIDS. The family, mainly his daughter, is saying Eazy-E did not have AIDS. And so she's saying that there's a big controversy. Her and several members of the media, including DJ Vlad, have gone back and forth about this. And I mean, I thought that it would be a good time to revisit Eazy-E, talk a little bit about what happened, what we think happened anyway, and try to put a cap on this. Because there are a lot of fans out there who were thinking one thing, and it appears that it was something else in relationship to the death of the legendary rapper known as Eazy-E. So, as I said, when it happened, when his death happened back in, back in the 90s, I thought it was weird, the way that they reported it. It seemed like he was in the hospital, and next thing I know, he was gone. Many people were surprised at the speed of which the announcement that he was sick, or the announcement that he went in the hospital, versus when death came to Eazy-E. It was very quickly. So when we revisit it, a lot of people, I've heard people hint to the fact that they thought Suge Knight injected Eazy-E with some type of contaminated needle or something like that. So at the time of his death, he was 31 years old. So it has been, as I said, many years since Eazy-E passed away. People are still trying to grapple with, the loss of the legend. Eazy-E touched a lot of careers. Too Short, another legend who is still with us, while he was promoting his most recent album, he mentioned something about Eazy-E. This is Too Short. Too Short, who was a friend of Eazy-E's, mentioned something about Eazy-E. And what Too Short said, it was interesting because, hip-hop has a lot of fairy tales. Hip-hop has a lot of things with it that, like lore and folk tales and the such, right? Because it's entertainment. So, of course, people are going to take things to the next level, right? But Too Short said that, as it relates to Eazy-E, as I said, he was promoting his album, and he surprised a lot of people when they were talking about Eazy-E passing away back in 1995 due to complications from AIDS. And Too Short said, did he? Question mark. Like, or did he really? Or is that really how it happened? Now, he said he didn't want to get into it, but he said that's not how he thinks that it happened. All right. Now, he did highlight that Eazy's impact on hip hop, without Eazy-E, there's no NWA, no Dr. Dre, no Ice Cube, no Tupac death row years, no Bone Thugs, no Aftermath, no 50 Cent, no Eminem the way that we know them. The branch that is called Eazy-E on the hip hop tree is massive. No denying that. There's no denying that the footprint that Eazy-E has left is massive. There's no denying that, right? But with that being said, I have seen fans of Elvis Presley over the years, talk about the fact he's still alive. I've heard Tupac fans, which I am, talk about Tupac still alive. All right. Elvis is dead, and unfortunately, Tupac is dead as well. Now, the fact that people don't want to accept it, the fact that they have questions about the results is no, it's that doesn't change the facts. That doesn't change the facts. So what I want to do is I want to talk about facts, things that we actually know, not things that we don't know. I want to talk about things that we know, things that are undisputable. Okay. One thing that's undisputable is that everybody does not accept how Eazy-E passed away, which is it's interesting. So Eazy was in critical condition at the infamous Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. His longtime girlfriend was pregnant with the couple's second child when he was admitted to the hospital. So what you saw on the movie was not exactly what happened. And I'm talking about the movie Straight Outta Compton. That's not exactly how it went down, right? It's a movie. So she was pregnant. They were married while he was in the hospital, March the 14th. At the time the rapper announced or made the announcement of his condition, right? Both his wife, who became his wife, Tamika, and their 1-year-old child had tested negative for HIV and AIDS. So the child negative, the mother negative, okay? In a prepared statement, and I guess to some people that may be important, the statement was prepared by Ron Sweeney. Eazy-E acknowledged that he had led a promiscuous lifestyle, saying, "Before Tamika, I had other women. I have 7 children by 6 different mothers." And that's that's not a big feat right there. That's not something that is outrageous, outlandish, or anything like that. But we're going to continue here. So, on March the 26th, 1 month after his initial diagnosis, Eazy-E passed away, 6:35. So this is March the 26th. He passed away. Now, going back to the illness, February 24th, 1995, Eazy was admitted to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in LA. Now, he went there because he was having trouble breathing. He thought it was asthma. He had a reoccurring cough. He had wincing, tightness in the chest that he said went back to July of the previous year. Now, those could be symptoms right there. A lot of people said there were no symptoms. He just, it just happened. He had been dealing with those symptoms for almost a year. the previous summer. We were in the spring of 95. He had been dealing with those symptoms since July of 94. So he was instead, I guess to his surprise and a lot of other people's surprise, diagnosed with AIDS at that time. Now, he announced in this prepared statement that his illness, he announced it on March 16th. Now, it was believed at the time that he contracted the infection from sexual partners or a partner. This partner has never been found. We don't know who this partner is. During the week of March the 20th, he had already made amends with Ice Cube. There was a very highly publicized split with Ice Cube. They had patched that up as best as they could. Eazy died on the 26th. So, those things we know, right? Eazy was a prankster, a jokester, somebody who he had a sense of humor. Let me say that. He had a sense of humor. So let's go back to this statement real quick. In the statement, the prepared statement by Ron Sweeney, who was his friend and attorney, Eazy said that he had learned 2 weeks prior and that he was listed in critical condition and intensive care at Cedars-Sinai. He said, this is Eazy-E talking, "I'm not religious, but wrong or right, that's me." Now, I'm not saying this because I'm looking for a soft cushion, wherever I'm headed. I just feel I've got thousands and thousands of young fans that have to learn about what's real when it comes to AIDS. I have learned in the last week that this thing is real and does not discriminate. It affects everyone. So, that was the prepared statement that was read at that time. And this hit, if you're too young to know this or remember this, this hit the music industry hard. And this was during a time when the AIDS, HIV, people were really ignorant about it. Like, they really didn't know. So what sparked all of this? What sparked this conversation? Okay? So what sparked this conversation is there's been some back and forth between members of the media, talking about DJ Vlad, and family members of Eazy-E. So family members of Eazy-E and members of the media. So what was interesting is that, and it's hard to really, it's hard to not empathize with the family, because there was a memorial post. There was his obituary was posted, and Vlad referenced the 37 million people currently living with HIV and 2 million new cases that are diagnosed every year, right? And it was kind of like, get tested, know your status, AIDS is real. It was that kind of thing that he said. And like I said, it was said after he was talking about Eazy-E. And he was giving his condolences, and AIDS is real. Sort of the same thing that was said in Eazy's statement. This offended his daughter named Ree, and he has 11 children. So she was upset about it, and so they have some back and forth. And I think that it's difficult when you try to go back and forth with family members, because she's hurting. She's hurting. She didn't know her father like that. She's a young girl. So she's clearly upset about it. And she said that she's never known anyone in the media to be so lame. And she said, you're canceled, and, different things like that. She said that you're disrespecting my dad's legacy by saying AIDS is real, use a condom, when that's not even the case, and you know that. The circumstances around his death are still being disputed. Still being disputed. Did Suge Knight inject him? Some people are saying that BG Knockout, who was an artist on Ruthless, said that it was cardiac arrest. And it seems as though the daughter is leaning towards that. They are crowdfunding, one of his children's crowdfunding a documentary that they're trying to put out about the controversy, the Ruthless scandal, and what happened to her father and all of that. So for his piece in this, Vlad is saying that he's sticking by his story. He does not subscribe to the controversy. And there have been many theories out there. Some people said that the CIA killed Eazy-E. I don't know about that. Suge Knight killing Eazy-E. Suge Knight is like the hip-hop boogeyman. They're saying that he killed Biggie. He killed Pac. He killed Eazy-E. I don't know. I don't know about that. Eazy is a legend. I don't know if mentioning him and remembering him and then a family member becoming upset about it is not letting him rest in peace. Like some people say, you just need to let him rest in peace. If he shouts him out, and the commonly believed theory about his death is disputed. I don't know how it would be disputed. She said that there's no medical records. He was not in the hospital that long. He was in the hospital like a month. But it can be proven how he died. I think that can probably be proven. But I don't subscribe to this Illuminati theory or the CIA theory. Could something have been done to him? It is quite possible. But different people said that he did lose weight over time, and you can have HIV without symptoms. That is true as well. It is said that he died of complications from HIV. Now, if cardiac arrest is what happened, you don't technically die from the HIV or the AIDS. Your immune system is broken down, so you can die from a cold, or you can die from anything. One thing that was ironic that I remember is on the Doggy Style album. This is Suge Knight, Death Row, Snoop Doggy Dogg first album. There was a skit in which Dre as Snoop, or there's a conversation between Dre, Snoop, and Daz, and they say, "What's up with those niggas dissing you on the TV?" And Dre says, "Fuck that old shit." And Daz says something about HIV having nigga, easy come, easy go, and then the gunshot happens. This is well before Eazy was, passed on. And what it makes me think is that, as many people have said, that Eazy had lost some weight towards the end before he went in the hospital. And maybe the word on the street was he was sick because he had lost weight. Now, people have made excuses and said he didn't have an appetite. Why didn't he have an appetite? Why was he losing weight? Maybe he was ill. We've already said that per Eazy-E, the cough and the trouble breathing dated back to at least summer, July of 94. Could Eazy have been ill, not known he was ill, and then finally go into the hospital and get this diagnosis? It is possible. I don't think that it messes with his legacy to mention him. And if he did not die from AIDS or HIV, I think it's good that we are talking about him so we can get to the truth. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at The Diamond K Show, at RadioOnFire. And definitely RIP Eazy-E.